Who get time? I don't get time to dey put pin before I make payments. You know, life is easy. Just tap and go. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So good to have you here. So today we're gonna talk about money. Cha-ching! We're gonna talk about ego, owo, you understand? So a couple of you have sent me messages to talk about how to pick a bank in the UK as an international student, and you know all these banking terminologies like overdraft, direct debit, contactless payments, yada yada. So I'm gonna explain all of that on this video. And by the way, this would be a very good point to hit the subscribe button if you've not done that already. Please hit the subscribe button and let's get started. Okay, one thing I'll start doing now is to state the name of the person or persons who request a video. So this video was requested by Chika Okafor. So I'm doing this video because you requested it, and okay. First off, before we go on, make sure you check the description box below. I'll be putting a couple of links for some free cash and also helpful links that will be relevant to this video, so ensure you check that. So yeah, what accounts do I have? I have Barclays, Lloyds and Monzo. I'm going to explain them. The first bank account I opened is Barclays Bank, and the only reason why I opened a Barclays Bank is because when I was in Nigeria, the only bank I heard about in the UK is Barclays. So when I came here, I just felt Barclays is the bank I'm gonna open, so I went straight up and I opened Barclays. And then I had some issues with my name on the account, so I had to open another one. That was how I opened a Lloyds bank account, still with no knowledge. Like, I just opened it for the sake of it. So don't be like me. That's why I'm giving you this information, so you can make informed decisions. Why should you open a UK bank account? I mean, is it not obvious? The first thing is you want to avoid bank charges. So you might decide to come here with your maybe domiciliary account or whatever, you know, your local account. And the problem is every time you make a payment in the UK, because of currency changes, you're going to be charged. If you come here with your Naira card, when you're paying in pounds, you're going to pay bank charges for that conversion from Naira to pounds. So you definitely do not want that. The second reason why you should open a bank account here is if you are going to take on accommodation, especially private accommodation, your landlord would prefer payments from a UK account, and it will even be much more easier for you to do that. Am I far from the camera? Wait, let me shift closer. Another thing is exchange rates fluctuate a lot. So it will be better for you to have your money in a more stable currency. And generally, the pounds has proven to be more stable than most currencies, especially the Naira. So it's just better to have your money in pounds. Another thing is if you intend to work in the UK, no employer is going to be making payments from UK to your Nigerian account or to your Zimbabwean account. It will be easier for you to have a bank account in the UK, and they can easily just make the payments into that account. Another reason why you should open a UK bank account, if you have any issues with your bank, maybe you forgot your PIN or your card got stolen, or you know, whatever issues, it will be easier for you to just go to the bank branch instead of like traveling all the way to your country just to resolve an ATM card issues. Another reason is if you're going out with friends and you guys split bills and you want to transfer the money back to your friend, transferring it from your local account to a UK account is going to incur a lot of charges. So ideally, I would just advise you have a UK account if you can. I have friends that are still using their local accounts here in the UK and they are fine with the charges they are paying and everything. So it's up to you. I'm just giving you reasons why I think you should create a UK account. Okay, what should you consider before choosing a UK account? Well, first off, there are lots of banks in the UK. You've got Barclays, you've got Lloyds, you've got Santander, you've got NatWest, and some other ones like that. First off, you need to consider the account type. So basically, the account for students is known as student accounts. Obviously, the good thing about student accounts is there are lots of freebies for certain accounts, and then there's also what is called overdraft, and the overdraft usually has no interest on it. Calm down, I'm going to explain. Overdraft is just big English for money that you borrow from the bank. Do you understand? So when they say, oh, you have an overdraft limit of £3,000, that means you can borrow £3,000 from the bank and pay back to the bank without any interest. So if you borrow £3,000 from the bank, you're going to pay back £3,000. You won't have to pay any interest on top just because it is a student account. It makes sense? Good. So the next thing you need to consider is incentives. Lots of banks have different incentives for getting students to pick them or to select them as their first choice. So for example, if you're all about freebies, you want to get free stuff, then you might want to look at NatWest. So NatWest offers free National Express coach card for a year. So the coach card is like a discount card that you can use to enter coaches in the UK. A coach in the UK is basically luxurious bus. So luxurious buses, they usually travel interstate or I don't know what they call these things. Is it state? What are the intercounty? Is it county? I don't know, but you get what I mean, like between locations. So they also give like Amazon vouchers. I think it's up to £100. Like when you open the account to them, you get an Amazon voucher of like £100, which you can use to buy stuff or whatever you want on Amazon. Apart from that, they also give a 50% discount off the food you eat in some selected restaurants. It is called a taste card. So they will give you a taste card, and then depending on the restaurant you go to, if that restaurant is applicable, you might get a 50% off whatever food you eat. But Chere Godi, this is where the cocoa is. NatWest charges £10 maintenance fee. So that means every month you're going to be paying the bank £10. So if you weigh the two, if you feel the freebies are worth the £10 you'll be paying every month, now go for it. It's a free world. You want to go? Let me give you an example of another bank. So Santander, I hope I'm pronouncing it well. So Santander, for example, they give rail cards to students. So rail card is like what you use to take the trains, and it will make the price of your fares, like the price of your ticket, to be discounted a bit. So they will cover that for you for up to 4 years. So this is another incentive they just use to get students to choose them. So you might want to consider this. Okay, for example, the bank I bank with, which is Lloyds Bank, they don't really have any fancy or enticing incentive for students, but one thing they do is cashback. So basically, there are selected stores that when I go to and I buy something with my Lloyds card, they can give me certain amounts back. Like, okay, for example, if I spend £10 there and they say cashback, I can get like 5% back of that money. Maybe I'll get 5% of £10. How much? I don't know. Is that £1 or £2? Jesus, I'm terrible at math. But you get my point. So apart from the incentives, another thing you need to really consider is overall cost of having that account. Some student bank accounts charge maintenance fee. For the banks I use, that is Lloyds and Barclays, I don't know of any maintenance fee. I've never been charged, but some banks charge it. You need to look into that. You also need to look at cost of sending and receiving money. That's especially if you intend to use your account to do a lot of international transfers. For example, Barclays Bank, to send money out of the UK, even if it's not in Europe, like anywhere, even if it's in Africa, is free. Like there's no charge. But if I'm to receive money from Nigeria inside my Barclays Bank, they're gonna charge me. While, for example, Lloyds Bank, both to send money and to receive money, they are going to charge me. So you need to really look at the pros and cons of like any bank you decide to bank with, and just make sure you're making an informed decision. So the next thing to consider when picking your bank is location. Ensure you pick a bank that is close to where you stay. So if you have any problem that requires you going into the bank, you can easily access it and you won't have to be stressed out. I found this really useful resource that like breaks down each of these banks clearly so you can make informed decisions. I'll put the link down in the description box. Make sure you check it so you can really pick the bank that works for you. On to the next thing. What are the requirements generally for opening a bank account in the UK? First off, proof of identification. Like you need an ID, valid ID. So in this case, that will be your international passport. Then you would also need a letter from your school to prove that you're a student. It's not difficult to get. Like you can easily get in your uni, but I think your ID card might also suffice. I'm not very sure, but I know generally it's the letter that they ask for. Then you would also need your BRP, your biometric residency permit. Then you would need your proof of accommodation. So you can use your tenancy agreement for this. And also, unlike in Nigeria, they don't need minimum opening account balance. So basically, when I opened my account, I did not put any money into it. It was empty and I opened it. Because in Nigeria, if you want to open a bank account, you need to have like 2,000 naira or 5,000 naira. It varies according to banks. But generally, there is no minimum opening balance. Okay. So now, I just want to explain some terminologies that some people have asked me over and over again. And I just put this the right video to explain them. So first off, contactless cards. What are contactless cards? They are cards that you don't have to contact anything to make payments with. Wow. I'm so smart. Like, can you see this Wi-Fi logo here? There's this Wi-Fi. Let me show you another one. So this is another one. Yeah. So when this is on a card, it means it's contactless, which simply means if you want to pay for something in the UK, all you have to do is tap. You don't have to put your PIN or anything. Just tap and they'll take the money out. wait, don't be scared. Even me, I was scared when you told me. I said, what if someone takes my card and just tap and take all the money in my account? But apparently there's a spending limit on contactless cards, which is £30. So even if someone steals your card, they can only withdraw £30 and then you can report it quickly. You get? So yeah, all my cards are contactless because who get time? I don't get time to they put pin before I make payments. You know, life is easy. Just tap and go. Okay, next thing is direct debit. So what is direct debit? Like it sounds, direct debit. It means money that is leaving your account directly. So it's usually good for recurring payments. That is payments that happen at frequent intervals. So for example, my Netflix payment is direct debit. So without me knowing, like Netflix doesn't need to tell me anything. They'll just renew it. You get? It's just be debited directly from my account. Every month I pay £8.99 or something. It's just debited. And I would advise that you should be very careful with direct debits. Like don't always jump for the option of direct debits because sometimes they can start charging you things that you will not even be aware of and then the money is just leaving your account silently. So next thing is phone contracts. A lot of people have asked me, oh, how does phone contracts work in the UK? Well, this is it. Phone contracts, like the name implies, is a contract for you to have a phone that you'll be paying for. So basically, you buy a phone from a telecommunications provider. So if you buy that phone, you would have a payment plan. So it's either you pay for that phone in 12 months or you pay for it in 24 months. It depends on, you know, what you agree with them. Then every month they'll be taking a particular amount from your account. Usually it is a direct debit. Do you get? So you see lots of people here with like phones that just come out. It doesn't mean that the phone is their phone already. Like they are still paying for it. Do you get? And even if you want to get a laptop here, you could get a laptop on a contract and be paying for it. But just know that you will be paying for it. And most times the money you pay for it when it's split like this is more than the actual amount if you buy it at once. But in their defense, they are helping you have the look and have the swagger as it's in the hot. So at least if everybody's having iPhone 12, you too can have iPhone 12. You understand? Even though you're still paying for it as you're using it. So that's how phone contracts work. For some of you who are like me, who may want to send money out of the UK and you don't really want to use your UK account, you can use an app known as Azimo. It's an app I use. They did not sponsor this video. I don't know I'm talking about them, but yeah, it's an app I use to send money out of the UK to Nigeria, and it's very, very efficient. Like when I send money out of the UK, it arrives in the account in under like 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes sometimes, and then they give a lot of discounts, and then their charges are really low, which I think works. So if you want to use their platform to send money, based on who I be, because I'm a special person, you will get £20 off your first transfer. So all you have to do is check the link in the description box, click it, and when you do your first transfer, they'll dash you £20, if that makes sense. Yes, and if you want, after that £20, don't use it again. You know, you get £20 for free. I'm just saying. So if all this talk, all the things I've been saying is just too much for you to process, my brother and my sister, don't stress yourself. There's something known as online banking. So there are banks in the UK that are basically online. They don't have physical locations. So these banks are Monzo, and I've forgotten the name of the other one. I'll put it up here. I've forgotten, yeah, the name of the second bank that I know that is like online. So basically with these banks, you don't have to go to any physical location. All you have to do is go to your phone, go to the website, you create your bank account there. The account is just as functional as any other like conventional bank accounts, and it is highly secure. I know people tend to have this skepticism regarding things that are online, like, hey, my money is in the air or something like that, but it is really secure. It is the UK, this is not Nigeria, if you get what I mean. Like your money is secure. I actually have the account too. So this is it, Monzo, this is my card, Monzo. So you might want to open that. Like, why I'm just suggesting is because it's hassle free. It's something you could do from the comfort of your house. Get your account, get your card delivered to your house, and use the account just as any other account. You can send money out of it, receive money, make your payments, do direct debits on it, pay for phone contracts on the. It's just basically it's a bank account. It's just that it's online. I've been talking for too long. Alright guys, we have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, do not forget, as always, please give it a thumbs up to encourage me. And if there's anything you would like me to talk about, don't forget, drop it down in the comment section. I always read my comments. So till next time guys, thank you so much. Mwah.